My name is Elena, and I work as a teacher. I teach at a school, and I truly love my job because every day I meet my students, and they are full of energy, full of curiosity, and full of dreams. I feel happy when I see them learn and grow, and I always do my best to guide them. Last year, something happened in my life that changed everything. At school, I met another teacher named John. He was the mathematics teacher, and he had a friendly way of speaking. He was funny, and people enjoyed being around him. I also enjoyed our conversations. At first, we only talked about school and our students, but slowly we started to spend more time together. When we laughed, I felt light, and when we talked, I felt understood. At that time, I did not know the truth. John never told me about his wife. He never mentioned her, and so I thought he was single. I thought maybe he liked me. I started to like him too. But one day my phone rang, and I received a call that shook me deeply. The voice of a woman came through. She said, "Hello, is this Elena?" I answered, "Yes, this is me." I felt nervous because I did not know who she was. She continued, "My name is Olivia, and I am John's wife. We have been married for 5 years." I was shocked. My heart beat fast, and I said, "What? I cannot believe this." Olivia spoke, with pain in her voice. She said, "I do not want to lose John. I love him, and I want to keep my family together." I listened, and my heart felt heavy. I asked her, "Why are you calling me?" She replied, "Because I saw you and John together, and I want you to know the truth." I felt tears fill my eyes. "I never knew John was married." I told her. "He never told me." Then Olivia said, "I have pictures of us. I want to show you." She sent me photos of her and John together. They looked happy in those pictures. They were smiling like a true family. When I saw those photos, I felt broken inside. I thought of all my moments with John, our laughter, our talks, and I suddenly felt guilty. Why did he not tell me about his wife? Why did he hide this from me? Olivia said, "Please, I do not want my family to fall apart. Please do not hurt us." I felt the weight of her words. She was suffering, and I could hear it in her voice. I told her, "I understand, and I do not want to make things worse. I will stop seeing John." It was a painful decision, but I knew it was the right one. I still cared about John, but I cared about Olivia too, and I could not be the reason for her pain. The next day at school, I saw John. He smiled at me and said, "Hi, Elena." My heart raced, but I knew I needed to tell him everything. "Can we talk?" I asked. We went to a quiet place, and I looked into his eyes. I said, "John, I need to talk to you about Olivia." His face changed, and he looked worried. "What do you mean?" he asked. I replied, "Olivia called me. She told me everything." John's eyes widened, and he said, "Oh no, I should have told you." I felt a mix of anger and sadness. "Why didn't you?" I asked. He sighed and said, "I was scared. I didn't want to lose you." His words hurt me. "But you already have a wife," I said. "This is not fair." He looked down and whispered, "I know, I made a mistake." I shook my head. "It is too late now. I cannot be with you." John looked upset. "Please don't leave me," he said. "I need you." Tears filled my eyes, but I said, "You have Olivia. You must choose. You cannot have both of us." John was silent, and I could see his conflict. I cared for him, but I had to be strong. I told him, "Take your time to think, but I will not wait for you." I walked away, my heart breaking. That night I cried, but I also thought of Olivia. She was a good woman, and I could not hurt her more. Days passed. I focused on my job. I spent time with my friends. I tried to forget John, but it was hard. One evening, I sat alone at home. I felt sad and lonely. I remembered the laughter I shared with John. But then I remembered Olivia's words. I love him. I want to keep my family. Her love for her family touched me, and I decided I must be strong like her. I called my best friend Maria, who always gave me advice. I said, "Can we meet?" We met in a small cafe. I told her everything, about John, about Olivia, about my pain. Maria listened carefully. Then she said, "Elena, you did the right thing. You cannot be with someone who is already married." I nodded. "I know, but it still hurts." Maria smiled gently. "It is okay to feel sad, but remember, you are strong. You need to take care of yourself." Her words made me feel lighter. Talking to her gave me strength. After a week, I decided to meet Olivia again. I wanted to support her. I called her and asked if we could meet. She agreed, and we met at a park. I felt nervous, but when Olivia arrived, I smiled and said, "Thank you for coming." She looked tired but grateful. "Thank you for meeting me," she said. "I wanted to see how you are," I told her. "And I am sorry for everything." Olivia nodded. "It is hard for me," she admitted. We talked about John and their marriage. She told me, "I love him, but I am scared he will leave me." I felt her pain. "You are strong," I told her. "Talk to him. Be honest. That is the way forward." She nodded, and I promised, "I will support you. I do not want to be a problem in your life." Olivia looked at me with tears in her eyes. "Thank you, Elena." We spoke for a long time. I realized we were both strong women who wanted peace, not pain. Soon after, I decided to move to another city. I thought a fresh start would help me heal. I told my friends, and they supported me. Maria said, "You need to do what is best for you. You will be okay." On my last day at school, I said goodbye to my students. They looked sad and said, "We will miss you, Elena." I felt warmth in my heart. I was proud to have taught them. I left with mixed feelings, sadness but also hope for a new beginning. In the new city, I felt nervous but also excited. I searched for a new job and soon found another school. The teachers were kind and I felt welcomed. Slowly, I began to smile again. One day, I received a message from Olivia. She wrote, "I talked to John. We are trying to fix our marriage." I felt relief. I replied, "I am happy for you." She continued, "Thank you for your understanding. I appreciate it." I smiled at her words. I was glad I could help her. As weeks turned into months, I focused on my new life. I made friends, enjoyed my work, and felt my heart healing. I thought of John and Olivia sometimes, and I hoped they were happy together. One evening, I walked in the park of my new city. The air was calm, and I felt peace inside me. I realized I was moving forward. I was ready for new experiences. I believed that love would find me again one day. In the end, I learned many lessons. I learned about love, about honesty, and about the importance of family. I felt proud that I chose what was right, even though it was hard. I was ready to embrace the future, with hope in my heart. If you enjoyed my story, please like, subscribe, and share.